So we are trying to catch a fresh roe so we can show you how we clean one to make our cooking segment here on WildFired. It's generation after generation being raised around this water that's passed on to the father and then passed on to you or uncle or somebody, and they teach the rest how to do it and what it's all about. You know, my son knows how to do all these things, and hopefully his son will too. That's why I love what you're doing with this WildFire TV. There's so much in the outdoors that the kids forget today or don't ever get to experience. But we're going to find out what makes these shad popular. I'm going to come in right between the front fins and keep my knife real level. As you see, I'm coming down real level all the way down. I want it to stay in the casing that the roe's in. That's the key to it. There ain't nothing any better. And this is a white shad. You got to have a good seasoned frying pan. And there's an art to season them, and I got a feeling before it's over with, we're going to probably get that. And we're going to take and line it up with this bacon. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. This is a recipe that's fit for kings.
Where did this recipe come from?
You know, my daddy made it when I was a boy, and I believe his daddy made it when he was a boy. So I'm going to say this recipe is old enough I can't tell you the history of where it came from. It's been a long time, ever since they've been able to get a rod and reel and catch a shad, or a net and catch a shad. I believe they've been doing it. Now, we got to actually cool the frying pan. The difference between what Eric did and I'm doing, I'm going to salt and pepper this graciously, and we're going to coat it with pepper good, because you're virtually only getting one side of it. Okay, now you've got them coated good, and you'll actually taste a little bit of that flavor. So now they're going to go in. Now that we got our grease down a little bit, we're going to go ahead and set them in there. We don't want them to fry too fast. I'm going to slide them right in. And you got to stand back because them little eggs are wet and they're going to pop. They'll soon cool the grease off. Yeah, cut it off so that the grease will cool. If you get it too hot, then your roe, I took the bacon out and I turned the heat off completely so that the grease will cool down. Okay, it's okay that it's browning it right now, but the problem is you don't want the roe to cook too fast. Roes are thick and it takes a little while to get the grease or get the cooking to penetrate all the way through. So we're going to let them sit right there for a second. Now that it's quit popping, and that'll tell you when your temperature's right. You slide your frying pan to the side, relight your burner. Now that we got our grease cooled down a little bit, we can go ahead and fire it back up again. Okay. Now we're not going to turn this real high. We're going to let it get to the point we hear it sizzle, and then we'll back off because it's going to take 3 to 5 minutes for this roe to cook all the way through. And as we see the color change on top of this roe, you see how yellow it is. It'll start turning a brownish color or whitish color on the edges, and that'll tell us that we're getting good penetration. Yeah, once they get a little bit browner, I'll turn them over. If you're cooking at home on a frying pan, you got to be careful. And it would, but you deep fry them, they're inside, so they don't do it, you know. Another reason why you want them without the casings broke, that helps hold it. All right, starting to get a little brown around the edges. So I'm gonna make them pop some more and turn them over. The other reason why I cooked this recipe outside. Okay, now we got our eggs cooked all the way through good. We'll lay them in another plate. Okay, and again, we're gonna cool that frying pan off one more time. Oops, look at me, drop chill right over. Okay, now, there you go. Look at it, got it all over you, but you got no shell in there. You done good. Okay, the fire's down low so that it shouldn't cook but too fast. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. And we're gonna add a little bit of pepper. Okay, and we're gonna do the salt one more time. All right, now we're gonna take the bacon that we got, and we're gonna chrome the lid up. We're gonna put the roe in there, whole, just like you see it, but we're gonna cut it up while we stir, so it mixes in. Okay, so now we're gonna take our roe and kind of chop it, so it mixes in. Okay, so now we're going to take our roe and kind of chop it. Now we're going to make regular old scrambled eggs, and it is good with cheese added. Matter of fact, you can add a couple different cheeses if you choose, and that works real well. If you're a fan of hot sauce, you can actually cook some of that hot sauce into it. Cut down that fire just a little. You don't want to cook eggs too fast. Helps to have a good seasoned frying pan. It's best to do it with bacon grease though. That's what it's called, roe and eggs. Now, it might not be salted enough for you, but
you can't even tell the roe's in there. That's great.
it is, isn't it?
That's fabulous.
It's hard to beat.
And the bacon.
Just makes it.
I'm not used to having bacon in my eggs. You know, normally it's on a biscuit or something, but
Yeah, yeah.
but it's great. I mean, that's a great flavor, texture to it.
It gives it just that little bit of kick to the eggs that makes the eggs a whole lot better tasting. That's right. Subscribe.
Now this is something I would travel for. I'm serious. I'd drive a couple 100 miles for this.
It's good stuff. So we'll see y'all in a minute on something else here shortly.
Where we went back to refresh. Tracy
Yep,
Blake.
nothing but like, make sure you
sir.
do subscribe. He just now scratching the surface. There are going to be so many videos, y'all ain't gonna know how to watch them all.
We've already got the next 6 months and recipes planned out, so.
That's right. Y'all hang in there. Yeah, I guess so. I slicked it back and yeah, well, I don't know about you looking cool. Sunglasses are out. That's what we call a floater.